12 things a woman should never do for a man. Have you ever found yourself bending over backward to make a relationship work, only to feel like you're losing a piece of yourself in the process? In the whirlwind of romance, it's all too easy to get swept away, sacrificing your identity and self-esteem in the name of love. But at what point do we stop and ask ourselves, is this truly a partnership, or am I just playing a role? Every relationship has its own rhythm, shaped by the unique blend of personalities involved. Yet, countless women fall into the same traps, unintentionally compromising their happiness for the sake of keeping the peace or living up to someone else's expectations. What if I told you that many of these sacrifices are not just unnecessary but can actually undermine the very foundation of a healthy relationship? In this video, we're going to explore 12 crucial things a woman should never do for a man. From losing touch with your ambitions to tolerating disrespect, understanding these boundaries is vital for preserving your sense of self. So, are you ready to reclaim your power and ensure your relationships uplift rather than diminish you? Let's dive in and discover how to navigate love while staying true to who you are. 1. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Have you ever found yourself changing your personality or interests just to fit someone else's expectations? Perhaps you've altered your style, taken up hobbies you don't enjoy, or even muted your opinions. But let's pause and reflect. Who are you really? Are you connecting with him, or are you simply putting on a show? This facade might seem harmless at first, but over time, it can create a rift between your true self and the person he believes you to be. Think about it: if he falls for a version of you that doesn't exist, what happens when the truth comes out? Wouldn't it be liberating to embrace your authentic self, quirks and all, and attract someone who loves you for you? Authenticity breeds genuine connections, and those connections are the ones that last. Have you ever considered how freeing it would be to show your true self without fear of judgment? So, are you ready to let go of the pretense and invite someone to love the real you? It's time to step into your own skin and celebrate your uniqueness. 2. Don't suppress your intelligence or knowledge. Have you ever held back your thoughts or insights in conversations, worried that showcasing your intelligence might intimidate him? It's a common scenario, but have you ever stopped to think about what that means for both of you? Suppressing your intellect can lead to an imbalance in the relationship, where one person's brilliance is stifled, and the other may become overly dependent. But consider this: isn't it more enriching to engage in discussions that stimulate both your minds? Your intelligence is a gift, not a threat. Have you ever experienced the thrill of a deep, thought-provoking conversation? Imagine how that could deepen your connection. A relationship should be a space where both partners challenge each other and grow together. So, why not embrace your knowledge and let it shine? After all, a partner who truly values you will appreciate your insights and encourage you to express yourself fully. Are you ready to step into your intellectual power and inspire him to do the same? 3. Don't take on a motherly role. Have you ever found yourself slipping into a motherly role, managing his responsibilities or emotional needs? It can start innocently enough, but before you know it, you might feel more like a caregiver than a partner. This dynamic can create an imbalance that stifles both of you. Ask yourself, is this the relationship you envisioned? Are you truly nurturing each other, or is he becoming overly dependent on you? This shift can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration on your part. Have you ever considered how liberating it would be to establish a partnership based on equality? Healthy relationships thrive when both partners contribute to each other's lives without one taking on the role of caretaker. Imagine what it would feel like to support each other's growth without sacrificing your own independence. So, how can you redefine your role in the relationship? Are you ready to embrace a partnership that empowers both of you to thrive? 4. Don't sacrifice your personal goals and aspirations. When was the last time you truly reflected on your personal goals? Have you found yourself putting your dreams on hold for the sake of the relationship? While compromise is part of any partnership, completely sacrificing your ambitions can lead to a sense of unfulfillment and even resentment. Have you ever thought about what that message sends to yourself about your worth? A balanced relationship should nurture both partners' dreams. Imagine how fulfilling it would be to share your goals and support each other in achieving them. Have you considered how inspiring it can be to have a partner who celebrates your aspirations? Instead of sidelining your ambitions, why not create a vision where both of you can flourish individually and together? It's time to reclaim your goals and prioritize your dreams. So, what steps can you take to ensure that your aspirations are at the forefront? Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality while building a meaningful relationship? 5. Don't allow a man to control or manipulate your decisions. Have you ever felt like your decisions are being swayed by his opinions? Maybe you've gone along with something that didn't feel right just to keep the peace. But let's consider this: is that truly the foundation of a healthy relationship? Mutual respect should be at the core of your partnership. If he's trying to control your choices, that's a significant red flag. Are you losing your sense of self in the process? Think about how empowering it would be to express your thoughts freely and make decisions that align with your values. You deserve a partner who values your voice and encourages your independence. Have you established clear boundaries around your decision-making? Imagine the strength of a relationship built on trust and respect where both partners feel safe expressing their opinions. So, are you ready to reclaim your power and ensure that your choices reflect your true self? It's time to embrace the freedom that comes with making decisions that resonate with who you are. 6. Don't give up your financial independence. What does financial independence mean to you? Is it simply about having your own paycheck? Or does it also encompass a sense of empowerment and security? Relying solely on a partner for financial support can create a power imbalance, leaving you feeling trapped and dependent. Think about it. Are your choices being dictated by someone else's income? That can be suffocating. Financial independence is about more than just money. It's about the freedom to make choices that align with your values and aspirations. Have you ever thought about the confidence that comes from being self-sufficient? Imagine navigating life on your own terms, knowing you have the ability to handle whatever challenges come your way. So, how can you cultivate that independence while still enjoying a loving partnership? What steps can you take to ensure your financial well-being? Are you ready to empower yourself and create a life that's authentically yours? 7. Don't engage in activities that make you feel uneasy. Have you ever felt pressured to engage in activities that make you uncomfortable? Maybe it was a social event, an extreme sport, or a lifestyle choice that didn't resonate with you. While stepping outside your comfort zone can lead to growth, it should never come at the cost of your safety or values. Have you asked yourself how you truly feel about these experiences? A healthy relationship should feel safe and supportive, not like a constant challenge to your comfort. Have you considered the importance of setting boundaries around what feels right for you? A loving partner will respect your limits and encourage you to explore in ways that align with your comfort and values. Imagine how liberating it would be to engage in activities that resonate with you while still enjoying time together. So, how can you communicate your preferences effectively? Are you ready to prioritize your comfort and create a relationship that celebrates both of your values? 8. Don't lie or cover up for a man's mistakes. Have you ever felt the urge to protect him by covering up his mistakes? While loyalty is important, shielding him from the consequences of his actions can lead to a toxic cycle of deceit. Think about it. How does this impact your integrity and trust in the relationship? Are you sacrificing your values to maintain peace? Honesty is crucial for any meaningful connection. What happens when the truth eventually surfaces? Have you considered how empowering it would be to encourage accountability? A responsible partner will own their mistakes and strive to make amends instead of placing that burden on you. Imagine the strength of a relationship built on mutual respect and transparency. So, how can you foster a culture of honesty in your partnership? Are you ready to promote accountability and build a relationship where both of you feel empowered to speak your truths? 9. Don't ignore your own needs. When was the last time you truly considered your own needs? It's all too easy to get caught up in fulfilling his desires. But what happens when you continuously neglect yourself? Have you felt frustration or even resentment building inside? Your self-worth matters just as much as his, and a healthy partnership should involve mutual care and support. Have you ever communicated your needs openly and honestly? Imagine the joy that could come from a relationship where both partners feel heard and valued. What would it feel like to establish a balance where your needs are prioritized alongside his? So, how can you communicate your feelings without fear of judgment? Are you ready to embrace the idea that your happiness is just as crucial to the relationship as his? 10. Don't isolate yourself from friends and family. Have you ever found yourself drifting away from friends and family in favor of your relationship? While nurturing your romantic connection is important, isolating yourself can lead to loneliness and a loss of identity. Have you considered how your support network enriches your life? Maintaining those connections is vital for your emotional health and personal growth. A loving partner will encourage you to keep those ties strong, recognizing that they are essential to your overall well-being. Think about the strength you gain from having a supportive network while navigating your romantic life. So, how can you ensure that your friendships and family ties remain intact? Are you ready to nurture both your romantic and personal relationships, creating a balanced life that reflects who you truly are? 11. Don't tolerate abusive or disrespectful behavior. This point is non-negotiable and should never be taken lightly. Have you ever found yourself making excuses for disrespectful or abusive behavior? Whether it's subtle insults or outright aggression, it's crucial to recognize that you deserve better. How do you feel in these moments? Are you valued, or do you feel belittled? A respectful relationship is built on kindness and mutual regard. What are the signs you've noticed that indicate disrespect? It's time to take those signals seriously and prioritize your safety and well-being. Imagine the relief that comes from standing up for yourself and demanding the respect you deserve. Are you ready to take action and ensure that your relationship is a source of joy, not pain? 12. Don't stay in a relationship out of fear or obligation. Are you clinging to a relationship out of fear of being alone, societal expectations, or a sense of obligation? It's essential to reflect on what keeps you in this situation. Staying in a relationship that drains you can have lasting impacts on your mental health and overall happiness. What if there's a better path waiting for you? Consider the life you envision. Does this relationship contribute to that vision? It's okay to let go of toxic ties that no longer serve you. Remember, love should uplift you, not confine you. Have you thought about the freedom that comes from making choices based on your happiness? So, how can you cultivate the courage to pursue what truly fulfills you? Are you ready to embrace a future that aligns with your authentic self?